Hello again, ZRW Offline League racing fans. We are at South Boston Speedway for the second race in the Back in the Day series. 11 drivers are about to take to the track. Here's a look at the starting grid. Starting on the pole is last week's winner, Greg Irvin, in the number 53 Top Chevrolet. Starting in second is Bill Harrison, driving the 35 Cool Air Ford. And in the third position, we have Pete Irby in the number 14 Valvoline Ford. Next up on the outside is Sennett Roberts driving the Z-Line Designs Ford. And in the fifth position we have Courtney Mays in the 32 Maglite Pontiac. Sixth position is Caitlin Robinson driving the 27 Heineken Chevrolet. Next up we have Rob Peters in his 33 Safeway Pontiac. And also Wilfred Holtz in the 25 Pennzoil Pontiac. Next up, we see the 12 car of Curtis Bolton. It's the Pepsi Chevrolet. And Clay Hare driving the 26 711 Pontiac. And last but not least, Robert Harrison in the 22 Coca-Cola Chevrolet. Let's get right to the action. Here we see Greg Irvin about to take the green flag. There it is. On their way into turn one, Greg Irvin got the inside line. He's going to get out to an early lead here. Going to pull the 14 of Pete Irby with him. The 32 is going to sneak underneath. See if... we can get that car up front as well. And Pete Irby stuck out there on the high side in that 14 Valvoline Ford. The high side's going to prove tough, I guarantee it. There's already cars in the wall. Coming around 3 wide. Early on here, 3 wide. Ooh, Sennett Roberts giving a little push there to the 22. The high line is obviously not where you want to be here. You see the 25 up on the high side getting into the wall. Again, looks like he's going to get up into the marbles. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, trouble on the 18. After the 25 hits the wall, the 18's slow, still moving. Coming along there, you see the 12 again getting into the outside wall on that high side. Sennett Roberts is struggling here. Not up to speed at all. Going through the corner. Yeah, he's definitely got problems. Headed to pit road. And into his stall. And the report is his day is over. So again, a short day for Sennett Roberts and the Z-Line Designs Ford. Get you back out to the action on the track. There you see the 12 again of Curtis Bolton up in the wall. But these cars cannot run that high line at all. Again, Pete Irby in the 14 Valvoline Ford. There's Bill Harrison in the 35 Cool Air Ford coming around. And just about every corner, if somebody's high, these guys are getting into that outside wall. I don't know if there's lots of marbles up there or what, but they are definitely having issues. The 711 Pontiac coming around. And there's a look at Greg Irvin out front still. Nobody's been able to get up to him to challenge him. He is looking for a second win in a row. Into 3 and through 4. Good look through the field here. Nice look at the 25 Pennzoil car. And the 22 Coca-Cola. Chevrolet, that is. Here's a good look at the Pepsi Chevrolet, the number 12, driven by Curtis Bolton. And team owner driver Bill Harrison in that 35 Cool Air Ford. More cars up in the wall. Boy, they are struggling through 1, 2, 3, and 4. Every corner on this track. Anybody on that high side is just sliding up the track. I don't know if they're trying to get too much out of their cars and get off those corners too quick or what's going on there. Again, in the back of your picture, Robert Harrison in that Coca-Cola car gets into that wall. It's a good look at Courtney Mays driving her Pontiac Bonneville, sponsored by Maglite from Motor Breath Racing. And again, out front, Greg Irvin continues to lead in his Horton Motorsports number 53 Top Chevrolet. Nobody's had anything for him as of yet. We'll give you a couple laps here from our Hooters cam way up atop the tower. Round and round they go. Again, Greg Irvin continues to lead here, followed by Courtney Mays in that 32 Pontiac. And we'll switch over to a good look from the roof cam on the 35 Ford, Cool Air Ford that is. Now a look atop the Caitlin Robinson machine, sponsored by Heineken, number 27 Chevrolet. Now a look from Curtis Bolton Chevrolet, sponsored by Pepsi. Some side-by-side action back in the field. You see these guys still on that high side. They have trouble not getting into the outside wall. However, we are caution-free thus far through the race. We're sitting at about lap 20 right now with 6 laps to go. It's Rob Peters in a 33 Safeway Pontiac, just ahead of Pete Irby. Bill Harrison trying to catch up to that 27 Heineken car driven by Caitlin Robinson, but gets into the outside wall yet again. And the 25 just takes the checkered flag. That's Wilfred Holtz. And Curtis Bolton, Courtney Mays, and Greg Irvin comes out of turn 4, hits the wall. I got to think that's the first time he's hit the wall, and it's coming to the checkered flag. He does hold on for the win. Greg Irvin takes the second win of the season. That's 2 in a row, 2 for 2. Well, there you have it, race fans. Greg Irvin does win the second race in his second try, this time at South Boston. Coming in second is Courtney Mays, 1.66 seconds behind. Curtis Bolton comes home third. Clay Harrer Jr. in fourth. Wilfred Holtz in fifth. And Caitlin Robinson finishes in the 6th position. Bill Harrison comes home 7th. Rob Peters is 8th. Pete Irby is 9th. 10th is Robert Harrison in the 22 car. And unfortunately for Center Roberts, as we discussed earlier, hit that outside wall a little too hard one time after getting into the back of the Pennzoil car. And his day ends early in 11th place, unfortunately. And he does get the headache of the race. Loses 7 positions after he qualified in the 4th position. So like we said, same winner as week 1. That's 2 in a row for Greg Irvin, 2 for 2. 3 wide racing on the bull ring was all around the track, and unfortunately that high side was just treacherous for every single driver. We saw Greg get into the outside wall. We saw Wilfred get in the outside wall. I think every single car out there got into the outside wall. But everybody survived except for Center Roberts, unfortunately. So on that note, we will see you next week at Capital City Raceway.